Hello world, I'm Nicholas Howell. I'm the founder of Venturebase. And after a lot of product dev and testing and refinement and MVP and onboarding early customers and more testing and more refinement, my team and I are glad to at long last announce that Venturebase is now open to the public. And under our current early access tier, all self-service functionality is free. We want to get people using the platform. I encourage you to go to venturebase.app, sign up, create an account. So, what is Venturebase? Venturebase is a new type of professional network purpose-built for the venture community, for entrepreneurs, investors, and related ecosystem participants. Company goes to Venturebase, creates a company profile, which is meant to show their story over time. They supply that profile with first-party company information, which tells where they are, where they've been, and where they're going so that they can easily share their progress with their audience. Progress. Entrepreneurs are constantly striving for progress, constantly just trying to push the ball forward, gain traction, put points on the board. I'm talking about day-to-day operational heavy lifting, product and service development, and marketing, and sales, and onboarding and servicing customers, and onboarding and servicing team members. And if all of these operational things were not hard enough, which they are incredibly difficult, on top of that, entrepreneurial teams are then saddled with the burden of needing to constantly communicate to the marketplace that traction and that progress. Because it's critically important to share your story. That's how you gain more eyeballs and thus more capital and new customers and new team members. But after a long day of operational heavy lifting, it's really easy to neglect the exercise of sharing your progress with the world. This is where Venturebase comes in. A company goes and creates that company profile. They load up all sorts of milestones and posts and documents and various information spanning from financial and operational metrics to product and service feature announcements to new customers or new team members and beyond. And once they've consolidated all this information, which telegraphs their journey into this easy, simple online profile, they're then enabled to share their story with their audience. But that's not the only problem we're solving. The reality is that we often have to share our story with a variety of audiences or trust circles. You've got your close, tight-knit trust circle. This is you, maybe your co-founders, your investors, people on your cap table. Then you have a larger group that you communicate with. It's not quite the public at large. Perhaps it's prospective investors or potential partners or new or distant team members. And then all the way on the other end of the spectrum, you have the largest group you ever communicate with. This is the public. They only see what everybody gets to see. And trying to communicate across all these trust circles and to do it manually is an incredibly taxing exercise. Venturebase has solved this. With Venturebase, we've created permission groups or trust circles. And for each one of these audience contexts, we give you really tight granular visibility controls where you get to go and set who can see what across all types of information and operational metrics and KPIs. Then you invite people to follow your profile under some sort of permissions context. So maybe they're a member of the public or the team or they're an investor, or you invite them to follow some custom group that you've defined. And once you've established all these visibility settings, you sort of get to sit back and let Venturebase do the hard work, knowing that the Venturebase platform is making sure the right people get to see the right things and are notified regularly. Additionally, the people that are following your profile, they really want this. They want to keep up with you. They want to know your story. Perhaps you met someone for coffee. Perhaps you met someone at a conference and struck up a conversation. There was a connection there. It seemed like maybe a potential future business transaction. Or you started talking to someone at a startup entrepreneurial mixer. How do you keep all of these conversations warm over the course of time? It's nearly impossible. And sadly, most of them just fall by the wayside. But now you can say, hey, you know what? It was great to meet you. I'm going to invite you to follow my Venturebase profile. I'm even going to unlock you for a group that sees information that not even the public sees, and you can get regularly pulse new updates about how we're doing. And if you see something that merits a future conversation, let me know. I want to stay in touch. This is exciting because it unlocks entrepreneurial teams to communicate their story with the marketplace dynamically at scale. This is a platform I desperately wish existed over the course of my entrepreneurial life. I'm thrilled that it exists now. Again, I encourage you to go to venturebase.app, sign up, create an account. And lastly, do not forget, please ping us with your feedback. It's what makes us better. Talk to you soon.